We are on Enterprise, and I'm gonna see if I can beat a couple things here. One, we gotta beat the Muse. They're closing in a little bit. And two, we gotta beat the rain because I think it might be raining soon. But I just wanted to do this little video. I say little. Let's shoot for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. See if we can keep it around that. Maybe we get to 20, I don't know. We'll take a look and see how long it gets. But I wanna show you Wyndhurst. One of my favorite little communities. We're gonna hit the Muse first so I can grab a cup of coffee. How are ya? We have anything hot left? Take your time. We are all set. I got my coffee. I'm ready to take a little walk. So let's take a walk and talk about some of the things in Wyndhurst that I love. Where am I looking at? I got my thing all set up here and it's all goofy. Remember, keep me to it. 10, 15, 20 minutes. We'll see how long it goes. One of the things I love about Wyndhurst is location. Location, location, location. So what we have in this direction down here behind me now is 221. That can go left to Bedford, right to downtown. What we have back in this direction here is Timberlake Road. What do you have at Timberlake Road? You're gonna have, in about 5 days, you're gonna have the newest Chick-fil-A to hit the area, 3 minutes away from here, 3 minutes. You have the Bagel and I, which is a great place to eat good bagels. And then what we're doing here where we're walking, let me just flip this around and show you. We're walking back in this direction. We're kind of getting into the center of Wyndhurst off of Enterprise Drive. That's Enterprise Drive right there. Back behind me, you've got kind of the business center here. So we do have some real estate companies, some settlement companies. We have the Muse coffee shop where I just went. David and Nate spent a lot of time in the Muse when they were in school here at LU. And then we do have some townhouses and residential places here in the middle. And when we branch out, you're gonna get into some single family homes on the end. Did I mention location, location, location? This thing is tripping me out. I got this camera on this way and I don't know if I'm looking the right way all the time. Location, location, location. You are talking about 14 minutes to downtown. Now remember, when I normally do the downtown, I talk about Lynchburg Community Market. I'll say 14 minutes to Lynchburg Community Market. You're talking about 13 minutes to the University of Lynchburg, 12 minutes to Liberty University. So you are close to things. You're still in a really nice area. Get a house here, get a townhouse. You can walk to some of your favorite eateries. You can jump in that car and drive 3 minutes to Chick-fil-A if you want. Oh, big bonus. Jameson YMCA, just up the road, just up Enterprise. Really nice YMCA. So that's a big bonus for people that live in this area. I don't want to call it town center, but here is Tradewind Drive and Wyndhurst Drive right here in the middle. You got some condos and townhouses branching off. That little unassuming building is Thai food, and it is good. I don't even know how to pronounce it. If it's Thai, T-Y Thai. Someone knows. If you're watching this and you're local, you go ahead and shout it out. Yell at me. Put it in the comments. But I've eaten there several times. Go-to places. I enjoy it quite a bit. Tell you what, before we jump in the car, let's sit down and take a look at some of the properties that were listed and that were sold recently in this area. That little blue dot to the left, that is a house that is listed active for sale, but that is not Wyndhurst. We're going to zoom in here and I'm going to show you Wyndhurst. Now these green dots and these yellow dots mean two things. Green is sold, yellow is pending. When properties come up in Wyndhurst, they generally go pretty quickly. Let's take a look at this townhouse right here. $258,000 was the sales price, and it just sold. 3-bed, 4-bath, 1,700 square feet, 1 day on the market. See, they don't last long. Let's take a look at some pictures here. Not too bad inside. I mean, it's not overly updated or fancy, but it looks clean. Do you like the corner fireplace? I do not. Do you like the yellow paint? I do not, but paint is easy to change, relatively speaking. Let's jump over to another one. This one just sold, $265,000, 2-bed, 4-bath, 1,700 square feet. Built in 2003. Let's take a look at some pictures here. By the way, 1 day on the market. This one flew off the market in only 1 day. Looks nice inside. Let's take a look at a single family property, $367,500. This one, 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,900 square feet, and it was on the market for only 3 days. You got a pattern here. Now look, it's a little dated. 2002, did I say? You have those big square, foot 12 by 12 inch tiles. That dates it a little bit. You got the little tiny window looking through the kitchen and a smaller kitchen, but it's a really great location. We are definitely beating the rain, which is a nice thing. I'm gonna drive you down. Let me pop open the sunroof. I'll drive you down and show you where the Jamison Y is at, and then we'll kind of loop around and look at some properties here as we drive by. Oh, before we do that, I gotta show you this place I love to eat. Hold on, let me grab my camera and swing it around. Well, I might as well take you on the tour as I'm going. There's a few different style townhouses back here. Some I really like, some I don't like as much. But to each his own, and depending on what your price point is and what you can do, you may have to make a decision on what you want to spend, what you don't want to spend. Here it is, Beer 88, one of my favorite burger joints. Beer 88 is actually vying for my favorite burger joint in Lynchburg. And let me tell you a little bit about what this Beer 88 wine and beer society does. Inside Beer 88, I think they have 88 kinds of beer. I'm gonna let someone tell me if I'm right or wrong on that again. But I do know this, I have my name in there on a piece of paper. Anyone can do this. I think I only have like 3 or 4 beer, but when you go in there and you taste a different beer, you say, hey, my name is JD. I didn't even tell you who I was yet, man. How far are we into this? 3 minutes, 4 minutes? JD Miller, brokered by EXP. JD Miller Realty, brokered by EXP. Okay, here's the name, here's the number, here's the email, here's everything you need to get in contact with me. Please go ahead and reach out if you love Wyndhurst or if you want to look at someplace else in the Lynchburg or surrounding areas. I'm happy to talk to you. There it is. So I go into Beer 88, I say, hey JD, I want to have this beer, and then they keep track of it on a piece of paper so you can document how many different beers you've had. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not done this in a while, so maybe they've gone to an electronic format of keeping names and all that. I don't know. That'll be on my to-do list, and I will come back in the comments of this video and drop it in and tell you how they keep track of the names, if they're still doing it the old paper way. But it used to be, here's my name, they pull out the piece of paper, they write it down, your name and what beer you tried that day. Burgers are delicious. Don't know if I'm repeating myself. The magic of video is that we just came back, and you don't know that I just had to take a phone call for work. But to the left is the Summit, and that is a assisted living community. And as we're coming down Enterprise, we're driving towards Bedford County. All to the right is still Wyndhurst. And then you can see the blue roof right there, the top of the Jamison YMCA. really nice YMCA that has a lot to offer, and it's a great location if you live in Wyndhurst. Speed bump, speed bump. So here's a look at some of the townhouses on the outer edge. Now, what are the downsides of these townhouses is some of these townhouses, you have 3-level living. Now, if you're young and spry, it may not be an issue, but some of them, depending on the year they're built, they can feel a little dated. And if you have to go up and down stairs, you may not want to do that. If you have a little bit older knees or you're a little more mature, as we sometimes say. Off to the right, we still have townhomes, and then off to the left, we have some single-family units. There's one that's for sale right now, North Wind. Let's stop and pull it up. The other thing about these single-family homes back here, much like Cornerstone, I did a video on Cornerstone as well, is if you want a lot of acreage, you're not going to find that in this development. What you get here is you get a lot of walkability, right? You can walk to some great places to eat. You can walk to the Jameson Y. You can walk to a barber, although not my barber because he's not here. But you have some great walkability. What you're not going to get is a lot of acreage and land with your home. I figured it out. There is no active home listed in the MLS. The house on Northwind is listed as for sale by owner. Now, they will still pay a buyer's agent a commission. Here's maybe a little side note tangent. I think this is important though for you to know. If you are looking to buy a house, even if you're looking to buy for sale by owner, you should connect with an agent to represent you, to look out for your interests. Now, in almost all circumstances, an agent that you work with, whether it's me or someone else, and I hope it's me if it's in Lynchburg, but no matter who it is, you almost never pay your agent as a buyer's agent directly. It almost always comes from the seller side. Now, a for sale by owner, they can decide to do what they want to do. They might say, I'm not paying your agent anything, and then you have to work out some kind of deal or terms with your agent to see how you want to proceed or whether you want to go on your own. A lot of times for sale by owners will say, I'm not paying an agent to represent me, but I will pay the buyer's agent a professional fee, what we sometimes call a commission. I call them professional fees. So even if you're gonna buy a home for sale by owner, don't think you have to go it on your own, whether it's me or anyone else. Find a realtor you like. I might do a video sometime soon about how to avoid rotten realtors, but find a good realtor that you like and let them represent you and understand the process and do all the inspections and the contract and make sure everything looks good and they're looking out for you. All right, that was a little tangent side note. We are gonna wrap it up here. I'm just taking a walk through. You can see back behind me. The one end of Wyndhurst. Nice and quiet. It's really beautiful here. We actually tried to buy a house here. Well, we didn't try to buy a house. When we first moved here, we looked into purchasing a house here, and I actually just sat in the car for a few minutes trying to pull up the old address. I can't remember what it was to show you, but I guarantee you it was like around $250,000, and I wish I would have done it. We were thinking about purchasing a house in this development because we do like a lot about it. So there's a ton to love. What's the checkoff list? I'm gonna walk back to the car. Location, location, location. 15 minutes downtown, 14 minutes to University of Lynchburg, 13 minutes to Liberty University. You can walk to some great places to eat or drink. You can walk to the YMCA. What are some downsides? Look at the lots. You don't have the greatest amount of space as far as acreage and yards. So if that's what you're looking for, I'd I'm gonna say that's about the only downside. One of these streets back here, you don't even have an HOA fee. Some of them you do have HOA fees, not all of them. That is gonna be a wrap. How many minutes is that? 12 minutes, 13 minutes? It's gotta be under 15. Maybe not, I don't know. I try not to go too long, but there's my number again, there's my email. If you wanna get together and talk about purchasing in Wyndhurst or anywhere around the surrounding Lynchburg, Virginia area, shoot me a text or an email. I would love to talk to you. Until next time, stay safe.